Alrighty, with us just days away from the landfall of Idalia, we're going to be going over the hurricane, the future major hurricane potential, plus Hurricane Franklin. Let's go ahead and go into Franklin before we do start out. It is currently a strong hurricane. You guys can see a well-defined eye wall within here. And you can see that swirl in the atmosphere. Alrighty, but this is not what we're mainly focused on. So it is expected to continue to be a major hurricane up until Thursday and then slowly weaken. Now, here's the thing. If I am on the coast of America, like this area, I'm going to want to watch out for rip currents from this as it moves on. It'll bring these rip currents over to you guys. Alright, let's go over Tropical Storm Idalia, which is currently our major. As we're looking at True Satellite, you guys can see we do have True Color Satellite. We do have a ton of storms. Alright, let's go into our infrared. I can definitely see from yesterday that the black is more intense here. We do have a low level kind of somewhere up there. We're going to show that later. I need water vapor. Alrighty, yeah. Here's your low level upper trough. And here's some dry air. Like, that is very dry air. And the slow level trough is feeding some of this dry air into this storm. And there is definitely some shear in this area. So what the storm is trying to do is prevent it from entering into the storm. And also, this storm is towering up. I should go back to the other one, which we will go back to that other thing in here in a second. With all this dry air within here, which dry air and shear is bad for a hurricane. But I think that this storm may be able to overcome it because as the trough moves, it'll provide relief. And that is why this Hurricane Franklin over here we ain't talking about it going into South Carolina or North Carolina. So let's go. I'll show you guys back over to here. This is water. Oh, wait. Yeah, that was water vapor. You guys see how this is all black and there are some pinks in here? This is the cloud temperature in Celsius. The higher you go up within clouds, the higher the storm builds, the colder the clouds are, which, if you guys know about how supercells work and how hail forms, you know. And these pinks, these are just very cold. And that is also a key factor as to why that this dry air coming in may not be able to affect it much. Now, once that low level jet does move, I am predicting rapid intensification. Let's go over to the. Alright, you guys don't need that. Dude, there's a wasp right there. Okay. Here's the recon, Air Force recon of this storm. Here was their path. I forgot to take the L out of here. Now, notice right here. I also forgot to pull something up before we did this. I want to find it. We can go over to aircraft recon. They are also currently in storm and in route, so we're having to rely on some of this. I also do want to pull up our specific radar from Cuba. I know I have a lot more editing now, but whatever. Ooh. Alrighty, we're here now. Notice how all the storm activity is all on your eastern side of it. And that is also thanks to the dry air out in front of it trying to push back on it. But as soon as this whole thing wraps around fully, rapid intensification is likely, as you guys can see. Here's the near center of your hurricane. But I'm also going to point out, alright, let's go here. Your higher winds are also on your eastern side as well. Alright, I'm going to take a look at weather models here and see what they think. This is going to be HWRF weather model and its projected landfall. It is projecting to make landfall here on the Big Bend. We will talk about storm surge, but first we need to get this over with. Alright. So this is projecting that to be the spot of it. Now I have a projection on my own. Somewhere within here. I think that's going to be the most likely area of landfall. Alright. If you guys are here, I want you guys to go south. Probably try to stay somewhere within there. If you guys are here, I want you to go north and then east. North, then east. West, my bad. I want you guys out of the way of this storm. I have so many tabs open. We're also going to talk about storm surge now. This area could receive up to 12 feet of storm surge. Up to 9. Up to 5. Up to 3. Up to 8. Up to 3. And up to 5. Those are your areas of storm surge, and as well as up here, as this storm gets out into here, which I have a projection that it's going to, and then, but with it having winds like that, I think 2 to 4 inches and 1 to 3 inches is likely. And as you guys can definitely see, more of your activity is here on the east side. Boom, there you go. Or let's take a look at GFS here on Idalia. It is not expecting a major hurricane. However, it is expecting landfall somewhere within here. A lot of weather models are also doing that. All right, let's take a look at NAM 3. But first, let's go over to the weather outlook for day 2, which is Tuesday. 5% chance of tornadoes. Let's take a look at Euro. Euro's expecting not as bad as GFS. So, alrighty, let's take a look here at H triple R. H triple R is a predicting landfall within here. Again, right there is your projected landfall area. So again, this is going to be something we need to watch. I will try to get up early enough tomorrow morning for you guys to show you guys what is happening. I do want to point out, as we look at lower levels, I can see we have, you got that wrapping there. But in your upper level of clouds, which I'm sure you guys can see, we have this. That is all thanks to that low level trough that's up there, bringing in all of the dry air. And the hurricane is trying to wrap everything up like that so it can feed this out. And once it does that, rapid intensification is likely. This is going to be something you guys need to watch very closely. I'm saying that we may see a potential major hurricane upon landfall. And you can see with this one, the atmosphere is going this way. And the hurricane and that is thanks to the low associated with it. And so the atmosphere is going with the hurricane because it is strong enough to do this. And you have it. Let's take a look at your true color to see. Excuse me. See, all of this here is dry air, by the way. Your hurricane has plenty. And once it does that, it is projected to weaken out due to the dry air. I'm going to go long wave here. You guys can clearly see there are some blacks. There is a small weak in there. So, it's still going to intensify. We can definitely see rapid intensification in it. And we still see this feature the left to right motion. So it's like got the atmosphere in control, giving it this motion, which is kind of concerning. And this is going to bring rip currents to parts of America on the East Coast. I'm Kelly Rose saying, please watch the weather tomorrow. We're going to have a live stream up at 6, and it is going to be consecutive. I will not be there for part of it, so please bear with me. I'm Kelly Rose. Thank you for watching.